thank you for that introduction. I mean, how did I get the position of following Kevon and Julia and Marina? You guys are the real rock stars and movie stars, and everyone from PSI-Caribbean as well that I've been fortunate enough to meet over the past couple of days. To start with a food update, yes, for those of you who were here yesterday, I did have my roti since I've been here, and then today I was fortunate enough to travel to Maracas Beach, and I had finally got my bacon shark. And I think Andrew Zimmern is right. It's probably like the most fantastic sandwich on the planet. So you guys definitely have so much going for you, and that's just one more thing. During my travels here in Trinidad over the past couple of days, people have asked me quite often why it is that I've chosen to become involved with PSI. And I've been a global ambassador for the past 5.5 years. I really believe it's because PSI bases its work on research and evidence. They measure impact by using marketing and franchising to reach people in a dignified and very, very effective way. I've seen so many incredible marketing campaigns, from HIV prevention to malaria net distributions, and obviously just yesterday with the unfolding of the Make It Stop campaign here in Trinidad. And in each country and program that I visited, I've met with PSI staff who are all smart and innovative and could easily be working in the private sector and bringing their fantastic selves into the private sector, but instead they've chosen to sort of funnel their talents to help with global health. And of course, Trinidad is no exception. This week, I've had the good fortune of meeting with peer educators, Kimberly, who was just in that video we saw earlier, and Tyker, who are two women who bring their sass and smarts and sensitivity to discussing HIV prevention with youth. I also met with Liz, who has found some very creative solutions to the lack of funding for the shelter, a safe house for domestic violence survivors. But what PSI really excels in is taking the lessons that they've learned from their programs and their partners and applying them to new initiatives, something that Marina has already spoken about. For example, in launching its new initiative yesterday to end gender-based violence, PSI has asked its local partners who've already been working in the field what their needs were, and then launched this campaign to help reach those needs. Similarly, when working with corporate sponsors, PSI works to assess your objectives first and then match with our priorities. So they're not a traditional NGO in that sense, and I think that's really what makes them so effective. PSI is also the perfect partner for corporations because it works like a business. Instead of measuring profits, though, we measure our health impact. And I really believe, and especially this belief has been solidified after this trip, that the future of health is obviously